Hey guys, what's up? You're listening to Sit Down with Stand-Ups. I'm Ari Azizian, and this week I had the pleasure of interviewing a very funny comedian. Her name is Melissa Villaseñor. She's an extremely funny stand-up comic and a very talented impressionist. She was a semi-finalist on America's Got Talent. She's done voiceover work for Family Guy, Adventure Time, and she was also a highly considered candidate to be on Saturday Night Live. Very funny, and she has a show tonight in LA at the Largo. And it's such a great show. Tom Papa is going to be headlining. Melissa will be there. Allison Hannigan, Paul Morrissey, Aaron Foley, and Matt Damon. Yeah, you heard me right. Matt Damon's going to be there. And it's going to be a great show. A lot of great comedians. And tickets are still available at largo-la.com. That's largo-la.com. I'll have the link posted on my Facebook. So definitely go. It's going to be an awesome show. Melissa's a great comedian, and she'll definitely be on SNL one day, and you'll regret not going. So get your tickets to the show for tonight. It's tonight, and I think it's at 8 o'clock. Let me just double check that. Doors open at 7 p.m., and the show starts at 8:30, and it's at the Largo. So definitely get your tickets. It's going to be a great show, and I'll be there too. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the interview. Do you want to start with this game that it's like I haphazardly put together?
Sure.
It's like a game for you guys listening at home. I ripped off from Jimmy Fallon 100%, but it's a Wheel of Impressions. And Melissa does a lot of great impressions, and I try to do some too. But since it's comedians themed, I thought we'd do impressions of comedians. And we have a wheel here with some topics, and they're just random topics. And you'll just spin the topic and see what it is, and
that's what the person will talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's cool. Okay.
So.
I don't know if it's spinning well.
Oh.
Oops. Maybe you spin it.
There. I think maybe.
Oh no. Well.
It's just a paper clip for you guys listening at home attached to a tack, so it's pretty jank.
It's okay, this is great. You put the work into this.
We can pretend that it spins.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Sarah Silverman.
All right, Sarah Silverman. All right.
And the topic?
It's pizza.
Oh my god. I love pizza with mushrooms because, I
like to get a little stone.
That was awesome. Oh man. All right, let me
Your
see.
turn.
My turn. Let's see. Aziz Ansari and ice cream. Now you're probably wondering yourself, Aziz, what's your favorite kind of ice cream cone? What do you like to get? And I'd have to say waffle cones. But Aziz, that's so dangerous. Your ice cream could just fall off your cone at any minute. My middle name is Dangerous. Oh no, that was my favorite ice cream. How come nobody told me? It's all over the ground.
Yeah.
It's terrible, Aziz. I'm sorry. All right, let's see.
Another one?
Another one. Ooh, Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay, I'm going to try because it's been a long time.
Toy Story
3.
I love Lotso, cause he is,
I don't know. I feel so bad because I have not practiced in years. Overthinking now. Was that the third one with Lotso?
Yeah. I'm sorry, these are very topical. This movie's
No,
like 4 years
no.
old.
I mean, I have the stuffed animal. I should know.
You're doing it great.
I think he's the best stuffed animal because he's already dirty and squishable. So that's my favorite.
I gotta work on it.
No, it was great.
Jeez.
Let's see here. Jerry Seinfeld and video games. Jeez. Who's playing all these video games? What are they doing? You got your Call of Duty out. Next thing you know, you're out there signing up for the army. Those two things are totally different. They're two different things.
That's so good.
Thank you.
I love that. Okay.
Keeps getting out.
All right.
Kathy Griffin. Awesome.
Talks
Twitter?
about Twitter, I guess.
You could do it another way if you want. Oh!
I just
spun it off the wheel.
This is so great you did this. This is great. All right, maybe you should do this.
Okay. Ooh. Let's say fishing.
Fishing. Okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. I went fishing one time with my grandpa when I was a little girl, and he caught a marlin, and I was like, okay, sweet. I could shove that marlin up my... never mind. I'll talk about it later.
That was awesome. That was dead on. Oh,
it's
man.
such an old one. I swear I learned it when I was 14.
That one's amazing.
Yeah,
that was great.
I think I saw someone on Mad TV imitate her, and I was like, I think I could do that.
Let's see. Ray Romano.
That's funny because Kathy and Ray both have a clogged up kind of a voice.
Just like nasally.
Yeah.
And let's see. Ooh. Twitter. Ray Romano and Twitter. Okay.
Oh, jeez, come on, Deborah! Deborah! I don't want to tweet anything today. Come on, I'm tired. Come on, Deborah! Come on!
That's all I have for Ray Romano.
Perfect.
It's just Kermit with a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, that's what he would say. Okay, Wanda Sykes.
Yes.
Talking about maybe ice cream would be fun.
Ice cream,
okay.
yeah.
So, I remember going to Cold Stone and I wanted chocolate ice cream. And they said we ran out. I was like, oh, okay, you guys are being racist? Yeah, all right. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not going to buy anything now.
Oh, yes. That was great.
Just trying to make something crazy there.
All right.
Yes, you have one left.
Adam Sandler and ventriloquists.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam Sandler and ventriloquists. Hey, how's it going? Just got your beer. My mom always used to tell me. She always used to say, Adam, you should really take up ventriloquism and get a lot of the ladies. And I'd say to her, Mom, why must I take up ventriloquism?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No, it's great.
Awesome. Thank you so
Sweet.
much.
Yeah,
Your
that
Kathy
was
Griffin is, all of them were mind-blowing.
Yeah, but I have to work on that.
You said that was your first one, Kathy Griffin?
One of the first ones, yeah, for sure.
Cool, awesome. What was like your very first impression?
It was Britney Spears, because I was when I was 12, I was like a giant fan, and then hearing so much of it just caught on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I heard on Instagram yesterday you're Gwen Stefani.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
Gwen was an early one, too.
Yeah. And you said you were like in a band?
Yeah, my older brother and his friends were always playing in the garage band, and just like Green Day or Nirvana and Offspring, No Effects.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys suck at singing. You need me, because I could sing like Billy Joel and.
You could do Billy Joel.
I mean, Billy Joe, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, from Green Day.
Yeah.
And Gwen Stefani. So I, and then they finally let me, sing all the songs because they didn't have good voices. I was like, so then we just did a few coffee house shows at high school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That's so cool.
But yeah, thanks for watching too.
No problem. That was like the Gwen Stefani was just like, oh my god, I thought I was just like listening to the tape. Like, this is amazing. So you started doing voices when you were like how old? You're like really young, right?
12.
12. Okay.
Maybe even before then, but I remember, 12 was when I really started to work on impressions.
And like cartoons and stuff too, or just mostly like people?
Mainly celebrities, but I think I was able to do a few cartoon voices too. I think.
Yeah. Did like anybody in your family do voices, or did you
No.
kind of mimic your parents, or just?
No one else does voices in my family, but No, I didn't imitate my parents. I mean, even now I still have a hard time. I could kind of do a few of their mannerisms, but their voices aren't something that's like with a heavy accent or anything
Right.
really specific. So, yeah.
Did you ever get to do any of your impressions for like Kathy Griffin or like anybody in front of them, or?
No.
No.
Although they do know I've imitated them on America's Got Talent. Sarah Silverman has seen my impression of her on YouTube, and Wanda and Kathy saw me do it on America's Got Talent. Yeah.
Did they like message you, or how'd you
No,
hear about it?
the Kathy tweeted about it. She said she's great, and then Wanda, I think she was interviewed about it, and she said,
I didn't know I sounded like that. I don't know how I made it this far.
and then Sarah, what? I don't know. I don't think I think there was one time I hosted at Improv a while back, and she did a pop-in, and the crowd was like, she did an impression of you. And then Sarah's like,
Did she say vagina?
and then they're like, no. And she's like, okay. I don't know. It's just, so none really were like, oh.
That's
I
so
mean,
cool, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and they're all like super nice about it, and
Yeah.
I would be like so afraid to do any impressions. Like,
I know. I wouldn't know. I'm not.
I saw you do actually Sharon Osbourne in front of her at the America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Thanks. Yeah. I know I do impression of Maria Bamford, and she never wants to hear it, and so I don't want to, because it's not coming from a mean place, you know. It comes from a place of
Can we hear a little of
admiration.
Maria Bamford?
I went home this weekend and I hung out with my mom, and she said, Maria, please put on some makeup. I don't want to put on makeup right now, Mom. I don't want to.
So that's weird.
That's awesome. It's like dead on. So, like, you started doing impressions first, and were you interested in like stand up, or just like
It was
comedy acting?
I think it was the first thing I found that was like, oh, that's the outlet to do impressions, was to do stand up. But then I also was such a big fan of SNL and wanting to do sketches with the impressions, so I like that too.
Yeah.
I'm torn because I love so many things, and I don't like just limiting myself to just one thing. Although stand-up's the main thing that I put the most work in within these years, but it's not my main love. Like, I really like comedic acting. I like being myself a lot, and yeah, I'm pursuing that currently. I'm in classes, and yeah, hopefully go on more auditions and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really like it. But I feel like stand-up is the one thing that it keeps honing who I am.
Right.
You know, so that's why I like it.
Yeah. Cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. Was your first like stand-up open mic? You did impressions, or did you do some jokes too, or?
Well, the first time I did, it was mainly probably the first years were just only impression bits.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my high school talent show when I was a sophomore, and they gave me a standing ovation, and I was like, okay, this is it. And then I did a Laugh Factory comedy camp that summer because I wanted to be on stage. And then I started doing open mics again when I was like 17, 18 at the Ice House. And then, yeah, for probably not until when I started going on the road, I was 23. Yeah, so just 3 years ago.
Wow.
wait, about 4 years ago, I then started to work on trying to write jokes about myself, although it was bombing for a long time. But all my jokes, even about myself, have voices in them, you know, but they're not, the main thing is not to just do the impression.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still working on it. I still really want to.
That's really fast, though, to start at like 18 or 17 and then be touring at 23 already.
Yeah, 23, more like 24, actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, because
That's
America's
awesome.
Got Talent was 2011, and then by that fall, I turned 24, and then I started. Yeah,
That's
on
so
the road.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of comics, it has to take 10 years or something to
Right.
really.
To find your
And
voice.
I really leaped the hosting, opening, and feature.
Wow, yeah.
So I didn't, but that's why. But then it was really hard because I was bombing all the time on the road.
Right.
And having to try to do 45 minutes when I really only was comfortable with like maybe 20.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, I did what I could and cried a lot, but it was good.
Yeah. Makes you a better comic. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And the impressions are always like, I find it like a great thing to have in your back pocket. Cause
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like more personal jokes and there's just tanks like every time. I'm like,
I know.
oh wait, let me try to distract you real quick.
Yeah, I try to just, put them all at the end. So it's like an extra
Yeah.
gift, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah.
Because I used to try to do in the beginning, just like, I need to get their attention somehow because they're not going to like listen at all and then go into the jokes. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's cooler to work the joke out, like, and get the laughs on its own.
Yeah, I think so too.
So did you start writing like just like one-liners or like just topical jokes, or was it personal like pretty early on?
No, it's just personal stuff. I don't
Yeah.
have anything topical because I'm pretty naive with the political things or what's going on, so I can't really. That's not, and I don't enjoy that talking about that. I like writing about what really makes me laugh. You know, like me peeing in my pants or
I love your dating jokes. That
like
you
dating
do.
jokes
Yeah.
too with my
Really
voice
funny.
and not.
Like that one joke you do, like how it's so annoying how everybody introduces their like boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, here's my boyfriend. Go
Go
stop.
I don't do that one on stage anymore because it's too cheesy and I was like
That's a great joke though.
yeah it does it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too yeah. I think about all my bits and they're all kind of the same setup. Like I set it up and then act out and then the punch at the end. So I think they're all like that. I don't really have long end stories with comparison jokes weaved in. I think that's amazing when comics do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to.
Who are some of the people that
love to
you
tell a
like
story.
look up to or like were inspired by doing stand up?
Well, see, I think right now I really like my friend Adam Ray.
Oh, he's
cracks
great.
me
Yeah.
up and because he does a lot of character voices with stuff, and Maria Bamford, of course, and I like the people that are real wacky on stage and colorful, have like a lot of the just really fun stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Not, although I like Theo Vaughn. He's really
Yeah.
fun. Just when their point of view and voice is so specific, I love that.
Yeah.
I like Sebastian.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. That's so cool that all the people you like are like your contemporaries. Like they're just like
Yeah.
not like comics from 50 years.
Oh,
ago.
right. But I mean, when I was a kid, it was Jimmy Fallon and Dana Carvey and Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
which are all male, but
They're like the impression guys though for SNL.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up with any favorite. Like I like Lucy. I think she's a great one too. But yeah, no one else that was doing impressions like
Yeah.
female.
And you wanted to do SNL like pretty early on.
Yeah, I still do. So I keep trying every year.
Who's your favorite like cast like that you would watch when
Oh.
you're growing up?
Adam Sandler and Chris Farley.
Yeah,
That
Chris Rock and all
90s.
those
Yeah,
guys, yeah.
that was really bad. That's my favorite.
that's the best one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because they were such a good team
Yeah.
together. It was like a family. Like they knew each other's beats and persona. Like that. It was amazing. They were a magic cast.
They're just like buds, and then
Yeah.
they all got fired at the same time though, which was really sad.
Oh, probably in a movie. Yeah, but they're, God, like Gap Girls.
Oh yeah, that's the best sketch.
Hey.
Or Schmidt's gay.
Oh man.
So did you
So
like all the
good.
sketches like more than the what was it? The sketches that they would do like Schmidt's gay or like Saturday TV Funhouse. Did you like those more, or did you like the ones that were like live in front of the audience? Because
No, I like live in front of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your sketches like on YouTube are like really cool too. And,
Thanks.
like I could see you doing
Thanks.
like a digital short or something.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I hope so.
How did that like come about? Were you just like, I just want to get a camera and start filming? You had like a bunch of ideas.
Well, I think, okay, because my channel name is Melissa V87,
Mhm.
so that was obviously just made for myself. I didn't want to expose it because it was just my first name, last name, initial, and the year I was born.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really trying to make a brand. I think I uploaded a Regina Spektor impression when I was 19, and people liked it, and then I was like, I really want to put my Kathy Griffin and Sarah Silverman up, and then I put those clips, and they're still up there.
You kind of look like Regina Spektor too. I feel like
Yeah,
you could do
yeah,
a full.
yeah. No, I could really look like Regina. I could look like Sarah, Gwen. There's a lot of Natalie Portman. I could really mold my face to look like them, and Brittany. But yeah. And then it was just impression videos for a while, and then I started to put sketches up and some vlogs where I like talking as myself, and Ella's in there too, my cat, and she has a voice. The one's like,
You're just really stupid, Melissa. And I'm not going to listen to you. You can go ahead and read your book in the corner. I'm bored, but I'm not going to get close to you because you're really grossing me out.
that's Ella's voice. Yeah. My channel's coming along.
Yeah.
I'm almost at 40K.
Awesome.
That's
Congrats.
so
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's so
it's
cool.
because I'm constantly, weekly putting up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great stuff too. Like
Thanks.
for you guys listening at home, you should definitely check it out.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
So like you also do Family Guy and Adventure Time. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I
How
know. Family Guy, I've only done one. I've done a sentence and then some just like chatter sounds in the back.
Were you
But
Chris's girlfriend in that episode?
no, I was never.
Because I watched that episode
It sounded
this
like
morning.
me.
No, I was just wondering which character you did for. It's the one, Tom Tucker's like dream episode, right?
Is my name in there?
I
no.
think so.
It was Nora Ephron's voice.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
yeah.
it was a cut too type of
Okay,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Where they throw the body or something onto her. And they're
Yeah.
like, quit making Jack Nicholson like sound like a homo or something.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah. I think that was it.
James Woods or something.
Yeah,
says.
yeah. And then, but Adventure Time I've done a lot more for.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 episodes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And
That's
do you get to like do it with the other actors?
yeah. That's what's
awesome.
really like. It's a treat because
Isn't Tom Kenny on that show too?
I don't know, but
Guy
they
with
have a lot of
SpongeBob.
comedians going
Yeah.
and do character stuff. But
That's so
Maria
cool.
Bamford and I both did Fruit Witches together, and then I've done some with Jeremy, who plays Finn.
Okay.
And Pendleton Warren, who created the show, he does a lumpy space princess.
That's so awesome.
I know, yeah. So and I always crack up, and they're so nice too.
How does that even like? I mean, to tape a cartoon, I have no idea. Do you just go into like a booth and?
Yeah,
just
so they
read
have
the
kind of
script,
it's
or-
kind of a room, and then a lot of mics set up with stands, and then they have 1 or 2 TVs, and they have the drawing boards, and they just change sides. So you get to see what the character looks like in sketch form.
Oh, it's not
in
fully
a drawing.
animated.
Yeah,
yet.
no, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Which I really like.
Yeah.
Because it it's real special that way. Just a
Right.
sketch of it.
And they can
So-
add like a lot of your
Yeah,
like,
so because they'll
voices
make
to-
they'll make it animated and move after they get, so they could connect the
Right.
character's mouth. To
That's so
how-
cool, yeah.
Yeah, so so it's nice seeing the image of what the character looks like. So because it always helps
right.
how to create the voice for them. But my favorite was playing. I actually just used my own voice for a ice cream lady cashier named Anne, which is cute because Anne's my middle name.
Yeah.
But she was a pink ice cream, and it was funny because at the top, I'm helping out a little donut, and the donut is there to get some prescription, and I said, if the oozing persists, then come back and I'll give you something a little stronger. Because they wanted it. At first, I just did it in regular, and then
Yeah.
they were like, Melissa, can you just make the second part like creepy? And I'm like, okay. That's my favorite.
That's so awesome. Like, how do you know? Because I know, like in a movie, they're casting somebody so that it needs to be this height, you know, this person, like this build or whatever. But if you're playing a strawberry ice cream, like, how do they even like find a person to do that? Or
Oh.
like, do you just walk in like, oh, you're gonna be playing an ice cream?
Yeah,
named Anne today?
they'll just before, like the day or before, they'll have a list. Okay, you're gonna be playing. I think it was like mother alien, child alien, and
That's so
police
cool.
officer.
Yeah.
And they'll have, and it's cool because we could do the male voices too. If
Right.
we're a male, so because and what it's fun because sometimes it's not even, you can't even prepare if it's mother alien and child alien. I thought, okay, maybe I need to sound like an alien, like, yeah, hey. And they're like, no, we want just regular mom
Yeah.
voice, like, oh, honey. Because that's what makes, it's funnier that way,
Yeah.
too. So, yeah, you can't really prepare it.
That's
They
so
always give
funny.
it direction.
Yeah.
I think there's an episode coming out, or it should be coming out soon. I'm the porcupine that eats snacks. And I think I make the little, because there's a porcupine video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think he's laughing when he's eating, like, and he's making some weird voice. So they're like, just learn that and just do the porcupine that way.
That's so cool. So, you just kind of like, you go into like a studio or something. You're like, I know how to do these voices, and they're like, oh, perfect. Like, we have this many characters
Well,
that you'd be like perfect for, or
yeah, but I think for me,
because I mean, like, I feel like so many people have like such a wide range. So it's I
Yeah.
could do Alien. Yeah, I could do like
yeah, I think they just. Well, I got the opportunity because they saw me on America's Got Talent,
Mhm.
and then they brought me in. But I had voiceover agent prior to that, and was always auditioning. I guess you just need that one little pop
right.
for. But yeah,
That's such a cool job, and you like, I can tell you like animation and like Disney and stuff.
I
too.
do. Yeah.
Would you
It
like
makes
to?
me happy.
Yeah.
You know? Who doesn't like? Yeah. But
Are you a big Disney?
yeah,
person?
I'm not obsessed, but I really enjoy Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Would you ever want to do like a Disney animation movie?
Oh yeah. I would love to do something really funny and heartfelt. I think that's what I'm aiming for, like Ellen and Nemo. You know, I think
Yeah.
I could really see myself doing that too. Like, I think I really see myself being like a John Candy, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think I really see that.
Because you have a great voice, and I feel like you can
Thanks.
mold it to like so many
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things. And
Yeah.
to do comedy and like have it be somewhat more like sincere or
Yeah,
something, I feel
definitely.
like that'd be really cool
Yeah,
to do.
and I could really feel that I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, do you feel like that could translate into stand-up too? Could you like do, or like, it's kind of hard to do that stuff, is it? Like to do like heartfelt stuff, like, or make it very personal in stand-up? Because the joke always has to be there, right? Or
Yeah. No, I actually feel like it comes easier for me if it's heartfelt because then I really feel it, and then I can make fun of it and make light of it on stage, and it just feels better.
right.
Because that's the most honest. I mean, all the greatest ones have their jokes come from pain, you know, or just something went wrong, and they have to talk about it. I think that's the best.
Yeah. It helps the audience too, like
Yeah.
it helps you get over like whatever. If you
Yeah.
can laugh about it.
Yeah, like I loved watching. I did a show with Maria Bamford a couple of Fridays ago, and I think, I mean, just so many of her bits are so real, and you can relate to them, especially as an artist too. And she was talking about how there's so many people that will tell her, you know what, it doesn't matter if you don't make it. Just keep doing it because you love it. Just keep doing it. And she's making fun of them because it's just so annoying to keep hearing that when you're doing all you can, and just people are like, it doesn't matter if you don't get anything as long as you love it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, how many times I hear that with like family members, or it's like, oh, shut up. But
I feel like it's always the people who have no idea what the entertainment industry is like.
Yeah,
And they just
I
want to
think
offer
so.
an opinion real quick.
Yeah. So I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because she's doing the voices, which are great, but then there's the truth too behind it. Beautiful.
Yeah. I want to ask you, how do you like develop your voices? Like, do you just hear something and you're like, some come easier than others? Like, oh, I could do that like really easily. Or do you ever like listen to somebody and you're like, I want to work on that guy and learn that impression? Or and when do you know when you're done? Like when you figured out that you're like, oh, I nailed that voice, I can do.
I have to like them first, and then I'll hear them over and over because there's something I really like about a person, and then practice it a few times. And if my recording sounds good, I always have to go by their recording, and because I can't just do it out loud, I have to hear it, or cup my hand near my ear so I can see if I could get to their
pitch
and yeah.
And you have to get like the rhythm of their voice too, kind of like the cadence.
Like the latest impression I learned has been Iggy Azalea, and so
that's a great one.
Yeah.
Ooh that. This was a cat and mouse game, always start the same. First we're both down, I'll play that somehow you go straight. We went from nothing to something, like in the loving. It was us against the world, and now we just fucking. It's like I love you so much, and now I just hate you.
And she's just so, it sounds so manly.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I could do, my voice is on the deeper end, I think, so I could do that too. But I like her because she makes me feel good. It's because she's a tough, sexy badass. And I'm like, what girl wouldn't want to look up to that?
That was a great impression, yeah.
Thanks,
so you have like a musical ear too, right? You play like instruments.
I play guitar and ukulele, and I have an EP out called Leap. 4 songs I wrote a couple years ago. But yeah, I'm not I just know a few chords with the guitar, but I don't even know strumming that well, rhythm, and that's something I want to work on.
Did you make the album yourself? Did you record it
My
yourself?
friend Melody, she's a songwriter, Melody Verdugo, and she helped me produce, create it, because she has all the equipment.
That's so
she's
cool.
She writes songs and she plays all piano, guitar.
Do you ever do like a live show too, or? Like...
I did. Was it last year? I did a 4 shows, a solo show, where I did my stand up, I did my drawings with jokes, and then my music.
You do drawings with jokes?
Yeah, like I wrote a how did I do it? I wrote a comic book about my siblings and I as kids called The Whittier Kids.
Yeah.
We're from Whittier. But we were always home, so it was just all the imaginary games we played and stuff. And just 90s references, so that's what I had on the PowerPoint.
Oh, cool.
And Ron Lynch helped me with it and directed it, so then the jokes would go with the PowerPoint, the drawings when they were moving.
You did it at the Trepanney House?
Yeah,
cool.
at Steve Allen Theater at Trepanney House. Yeah, so...
Ron Lynch is a fascinating guy. I don't know too much about him.
Yeah, he's really nice. He's great.
He's helped like so many people.
He is cool.
And he's also like a great
he's really
comedic
funny.
actor too, I feel like Charlie Chaplin-esque.
Yeah.
He's
really
great.
But it was just... it's having a show and running a show. It's hard to get a crowd, and that was the only stress I had. So once I build up a better fan base, I would love to do more shows like that. I love doing a solo show, but it's just I'd want to have a crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's awesome. So you did music, stand up, and
My drawings.
your drawings.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah.
I always
was
love
pretty
comics
proud
who
of
have
that.
like a variety of
Yeah.
things going on instead of just alone with the mic. I feel like it's way more entertaining. and-
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I saw Don Rickles this past year, and he's just like classic Mr. Vegas act, and he comes out like dancing with his cane, and like he'll sing a song, he'll do his jokes, like crowd work, and it's just like
that's
the perfect
so
show.
cool.
Like
yeah.
I wish everybody did this. And Dimitri Martin does like music and his
Yeah.
drawings too.
Mhm.
Was that like another influence for you, or?
Oh yeah, actually him too. Yeah, but boy, so smart though.
Yeah. I think he went to Harvard or something. He's
Yeah.
like a genius.
I remember talking to him one time too, and he was telling me that I think it was first Comedy Central Presents, they said no guitar, no music.
Oh,
And he
wow.
was like, well then, fuck it, I won't do my show. I'm not going to do it without my music. And so they let him have it.
That's awesome.
And it was inspiring because he learned guitar at 29.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I thought he knew it, like, I thought he was a pro.
Yeah.
You know, and he plays a harmonica and all. He's like, no, I was 29, just self-taught. But I was like, well, you're a genius, so it's different. It's different.
That's so cool. So you got to meet him, like.
Yeah, he'll do shows around town.
Uh-huh.
Just and sometimes he'll pop in and yeah, really nice.
Do
He's
you
very
ever?
calm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, I want to be like that. He's like, yeah, but you know, he's very like a hippie kind of
Mellow
feeling.
guy, yeah.
Mellow.
That's so cool. Yeah.
He's really nice though. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get to like meet a lot of your heroes, or like open up for them, or have them like come and do a pop in before you, or?
Yeah, I mean, the Maria Bamford show was really special.
Yeah.
That was really exciting, and her crowd was so much fun. I don't know. I'm not obsessed with anyone, which I think I have to be that way because then my act becomes too much like theirs. But I don't know. I guess yeah, it's always a treat.
Because every
See
time I
the
go to the
person.
improv, I see like maybe somebody will drop in, and then the comic will have to go up after him. Like that's
Yeah.
amazing. Like you get to go on after.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
cool.
Some crazy big comic.
And then sometimes though I get nervous because some big names, they're not always the friendliest, which I understand.
Right.
But I don't want to meet them either because like then it ruins my idea of
Yeah. Just kind of afraid. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. So where did you start like doing stand up around town? Did you go to the Comedy Store, or the Laugh Factory summer camp? Did that go into
That
performing
didn't go
there?
anywhere. Yeah, I mean we performed a few nights, some kids, but no, I did an open mic at the Ice House in Pasadena when I was like 17, and then I didn't realize it was a showcase, so they said, well, we want you to do shows here in the annex, the little room.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, okay. So I did with other comics too.
Yeah.
And then from there, someone was doing a bringer show, and I didn't know what bringer shows were, how awful they were, but I did a few bringer shows in the main room at the Comedy Store, and I thought, oh, sweet. But it wasn't, it was just money, and it was stressful because I'd bring my family out there, and they'd pay $20 to get in. So I don't know how much to get a 2-drink minimum, and then parking.
Oh yeah.
And then it was just too much. And then I stopped, and it was always like stop and go because I was in Whittier, so it wasn't like every night doing stand-up, which I wanted. And then I was going between junior college and I don't know.
When did you start like going every night? You're like, I want to do this.
When I finally moved out, and
Yeah.
I lived with another comic, and I got a job at Forever 21 at the Grove, and then I was doing stand up every night as much as I could, open mics or shows, And that was just really a lot more fun because I was like, yes, I'm on my own. And it was for the first time. I didn't have the college experience of being in a dorm and partying. So then I also was like, okay, well, I'm going to live it up too. So I would, make sure I go to parties or, drink and everything and come back at 6 a.m. in the morning. Because I was like, why can't I?
Yeah.
I could. But I mean, you have to let out the crazy somehow.
Right.
So, but it was good because I have to grow. So it's really important to do that. Yeah. And then I just started doing a lot more shows once I moved out. And then I guess, I mean, it's pretty amazing. I think that, well, I didn't share, sorry. When I was 20, I did Frank TV. I was still living in Whittier. And then 21, I auditioned for Saturday Night Live. Had a callback. Still living on my parents.
Wow.
But that was 21. And then I was really discouraged after that. I was like, maybe it's just not for me. So I really didn't do that much stand-up after.
Did you audition in front of Lauren?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he, after, came up to me and shook my hand and said it was really great. And so it was, really exciting.
Yeah.
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
it
so
was
cool.
beautiful. I was shaking after in the elevator. I was like, I don't think he does that to everyone. So it was really special.
What's the audition process like for SNL? I mean,
we submitted a tape, and I had all my great impressions. I mean, these here: Sarah Silverman, Kathy, Brittany, Christina. And then we got a call back, and then they flew me out within a week.
Wow.
And then they just put you up in a hotel for 2 nights. My manager flew out with me, and we did 3 or 4 spots the night before at comedy clubs, preparing my set, and then did the audition midday on a Thursday. And then it went really well, and then they gave you 5 minutes. You could do whatever, but for me it was just my strength is the impressions. So I did 9 or 10 impressions, and then I got the call back for late August, and flew out again, and not feeling confident because I learned 9 new impressions, and I just didn't find them fun or funny. It was more of just too much advice and words in my head. And I didn't write anything. It wasn't fun for me. It was pretty bad. And so I ate shit. It felt pretty bad. But it was good. It was the best learning experience to know that I can't listen to anyone. I have to just trust my gut and what I believe is funny, because no one else is me.
Right.
So that was the biggest lesson of that experience. But
that's amazing though.
Yeah,
That's
it was
so
cool.
Yeah.
Especially for being that age too. But yeah, so I still have faith, and I got to keep trying. But I mean, yeah, I have to, because I really want to be there.
Yeah. And Lauren is the most intimidating person, I feel like.
Yeah.
I heard those auditions, they just put you in a room, you do your 5 minutes, but they try not to laugh just to see how you react.
I don't know. I got them laughing right away.
Yeah.
Which was pretty nice.
That's amazing.
But, yeah. I don't know.
At 21.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
The same year, also another impressionist audition. His name's Piotr Walzuk. I can never say his last name. He's a good pal. He does amazing impressions, and he's really good. He auditioned the same year, and that was the year Jenny Slate and Nassim got hired.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Neil Brennan also, he saw me at the store.
Yeah.
And he was friends with Seth, and I think that really helped get the audition as well. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
You know.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And was this before or after America's Got Talent?
Before.
Before, okay. And then, so after that, you went
back home, and then...
You got really far in America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, then I moved out.
Is America's Got Talent, less scary after you already did SNL? Or is it still, a lot of pressure?
different, but I think I wasn't as scared, for sure. It was feeling, I think my mindset after SNL became like, oh, we'll see if anyone likes this. I didn't really have, like, cocky thoughts at all, but I was confident in my wackiness, I think.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's what really helped make that first Seattle audition so beautiful, was because I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have fun. And I think that's the best mentality to have on stage.
Yeah.
Because if you're tuning your head, yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. But then after the, again, I didn't have hour worth of material. So, it's only 90 seconds each round. But I think I was pretty happy when I got booted out, because I was like, good, I have no better joke. I don't have any other good jokes. And the LA Live auditions were rough because it was like opening a show, being an opener, because no one else is warmed up for no one's making the crowd laugh.
Exactly.
So I was just going up kind of cold open.
That's really hard. So it's
and there was just like music and dancing and gymnasts and whatever,
and comedy
and juggling. Yeah, and then like someone that's just talking. So that was like, that's hard too. But then it makes you stand out. That's what I like about that show, is like, if you're a comedian on there, you really pop because everyone else is a singer, everyone else is a dancer. But if you can be good in the comedy side, like Taylor Williamson did so good.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah.
Really great. It's funny because I saw Taylor Williamson at the Comedy Magic Club, and he would come in like only a couple times, and he came in like, all the door guys get excited when it's a young comic. Oh, finally. And then, like, he like killed it for us.
Yeah.
But the crowd's like kind of older, so it's like they didn't really get it. And I was like, how come nobody laughed? Like, what's wrong with the crowd? And the other door guys are just like, they're just old. They don't really get it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then I'm like, oh, he's never going to play here again because, like, nobody laughed. Like, what's wrong with these people? And then, like, 2 weeks later, he's on America's Got Talent, like, going to, like, first place. And I was just like, oh, finally. Like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So it's like, so the Comedy Store is like, I feel like it's kind of like a rough club, or like it's a little bit more, compared to like Comedy Magic or even like maybe Laugh Factory. Do you find like playing, like what kind of, I don't know how to put this, but
what are
like,
my favorite shows?
Favorite shows, yeah. Or like the crowds, like, do you ever have to cater any jokes to a certain, or do you just do the same?
I more or less do the same because all my jokes are kind of all the same. There's nothing that's catered to older crowds, younger crowds.
Right.
I think they're all just.
I mean, like for a comic who comes out to Comedy Magic for the first time, just opens the curtains, like, oh wow, everybody's 50 and above.
Yeah, well, with Comedy Magic, I have to it has to be like my Joanne joke. I mean, Michael's arts and crafts joke.
Yeah.
Like that's a quick little joke, and that they love that. Mm-hmm. It's quick and it's very old-timey in the sense that, like, there's no setup and quick, you know what I mean?
It's a great joke,
I think that's what it is. So I have to know when I go there. And for the
people listening at home, the joke is,
I don't hang out with friends at night because I get jealous when girls get texts from guys like, oh my God, John just texted me. He said LOL. And then I get embarrassed because one time I was like, oh, Michael texted me. Let me read what he said. He said, Michael's Arts and Crafts is having a 50% off sale. Please, fuck, I better go. But
that's great,
that's like my best opener. I think
I
think it sets me up really nice because it defines me, and yeah. And then a new one I really like doing is just saying to the crowd, "You're all correct. I do have a cat." And then people really like that. But Ella.
Ella's just napping.
So cozy. Yeah. That's what I want to. I want to meet up with my friend Ron Lynch, or just other comics that understand my humor, but I can help write just those quick jokes like that because it's so nice to have those in between all of the voice bits.
Right.
The act outs. I need to work on that. It's good. It's important to have a comedy buddy that gets you and can help see what's missing in the joke because I can't see it. That's what I have to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I did impressions, like, I learned right away that you can't just do them straight back to back because the audience is just like, this is too long. Like, you need to, like, sprinkle in jokes, like, every once in a while. Or do something else or move around, because I'm like, all right, and now I'm done with that. I'm doing this. And it's like, oh, God, how many more is he going to do? But, yeah, that's why I'm so happy to be talking to you, because you're, like, the only comedian I've talked to so far who does impressions, too. So it's
it's good.
really cool, yeah.
Yeah, I always think that it helps to make the bit personal and then weave in the voice. So it's not like... I mean, in some cases, I think the bits have to be emotionally connected for me. Like, even if I'm just saying Owen Wilson's my favorite impression to do, it's still saying it means a lot because it makes me laugh personally. Right. So that's already the connection. It's just like, wow, yeah, come here, and it just makes me automatically smile.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, what are your, like, next goals that you had in mind? Do you want to, like, do, like, a TV spot for, like, Conan or something? Or do you want to do SNL again? Or?
Yeah, I want to do... I think Conan's the perfect fit for me. I want to do my late night there.
I went looking today on the computer. I was, like, trying to see if you had a spot on Conan. I was like, how come? Because I could totally see you do a spot there.
Yeah, I think my humor would fit perfect there. I want to book roles in comedy and TV and film. So. You
did the movie that parodied the 40-year-old version, right?
Yeah, that was a parody. Yeah, I played Sarah Silverman in that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny because every now and then my mom gets like the residuals from it.
Oh, really?
Little checks are like, hey, what's that 41-year-old virgin? Hey, it's funny they play it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like to do movies too? Like, would you eventually to do that?
Yeah.
Would you like to like write your own and star in it yourself, or just?
Maybe eventually, but I don't. I need the help to write. I don't know how to just write a screenplay. I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need someone to help me with it. I don't know if my passion is in that either.
Right.
Like, I think a short film maybe, but I'm not passionate about that right now. I'd rather it be written already. Just let me do the character that fits me, you know. But I mean, I try. Like, I want to write. I've started writing just like a 3-episode for my YouTube of this character, Joanna Griffith, who moves to the mountains and gets away from society and builds her own cabin, and she just loves it. She just loves the woods and just really masculine. Mm-hmm. And then her family wants her to come home. She's like, no. But I'm going to use my grandparents' cabin in Wrightwood and film me.
Yeah.
Anyway. But they're still, like, you know, heartfelt and funny.
Yeah. And that's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. That's the best kind of comedy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Yeah, thanks, Ari. Thanks for coming over to my crib.
I'll see you on TV or something movie soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And we'll see you around at the spots.
At the comedy clubs. Do you have any shows to promote for next week when this comes out?
Oh, it's next week?
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, during the day Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be at the Largo Monday night.
Oh, awesome.
8 p.m. It's Tom Papa's show for Sirius XM.
He's great.
Yeah, I'm really honored to do the show because Matt Damon's gonna be in it, and Allison Hannigan from How I Met Your Mother. Wow. So I guess it's kind of like I don't know what to expect. I wish I gotta.
It's not sold out yet?
I don't know.
I'll try.
I don't know.
Yeah, look that up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's Monday night, but then I think I'm going to have a lot of October. I'm going to celebrate my birthday on the 9th.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to go to Disneyland on the 8th. I might go alone.
Isn't that John Lennon's birthday?
John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon
Very
and I
cool.
had the same birthday the night.
That's awesome.
So that'll be fun.
You have the Disney pass too? The
I
LA
don't, but
Essential?
my brother's friend, he works there, so he'll just get me in on.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I just want to sit there with Mickey.
Yeah, that's the best birthday.
And you have a Mickey shirt too.
Yeah,
It's-
my dream job would be like Jungle Cruise. I feel like that's the coolest job.
Yeah, that's the ride I think that
Oh, really?
my brother's friend works on.
That's
yeah.
so cool. That's like the comedians.
Yeah, but I think he said something like a too edgy joke on there, and they caught
no.
it, and they were like, no, you better not, better not do that. He's a funny kid.
Because doing comedy where you have like a cap gun too, I feel like that'd be the best formula for stand up.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
joke didn't go well, and just start shooting girls or whatever they do.
Yeah.
And then, so Monday, you have a show at the Largo at 8 p.m.?
Yeah, and then every Friday I release a Melissa Villaseñor show on my YouTube channel, Melissa V87. If you want to see jokes and my impressions and me being me.
Great.
So-
Definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah.
And thank you so
Thanks,
much. I had
Ari.
a great time.
Great
Thank you.
job. Thank you so much.